I've found all our readings to be very interesting so far this semester. However, the launchings paper that I found was extremely eye-opening and I think is going to shape how I teach from now on. A lot of the things that was talked about in my paper and in the article that I read was prior knowledge, and the importance of prior knowledge, establishing prior knowledge when teaching. It is important to discern the levels of cognitive dissonance in your students before you begin to teach. One of the things that I do in order to do this in the classroom is that I'm moving students away. I teach middle school, so I'm moving students away from just telling me that they do not understand, they do not know. I want them to tell me what they know. I'm asking them to ask me a real question, to ask me a question that is going to help me establish that prior knowledge. I was doing this before I knew about prior knowledge, but now I know what I'm doing is actually establishing prior knowledge so that I can figure out what it is that they're thinking, how it is that they plan on solving this problem, so that I can help them solve the problem using their ideas, as well as to weed out and to clear up the foundation for something more solid. There's a lot of opportunities for cognitive dissonance in math. One such example is that you shall not divide by zero. Well, the reason is that you get when you divide by zero, you get a asymptote on a graph. There's things behind it. I guess that's not as good of an example. A better example would be maybe the idea that you cannot take the square root of a negative number, when in fact you can, and you get imaginary numbers. This creates cognitive dissonance in the sense that students believe that it's not possible, when in reality it is. It's just that they weren't necessarily ready for that lesson. The example that comes up in middle school very often is my 6th grade students, some of them still believe that it is not possible to subtract a larger number from a smaller number. For example, 2 minus 4. They would like to rewrite that as 4 minus 2 instead of 2 minus 4. And that's the beginning of introducing them to integers and negative numbers. Clearing up the idea that it is possible, that subtracting subtraction is just adding negative numbers, helps to clear up that level of that cognitive dissonance. And to me, that has been very important while teaching.